reminder, the meeting is being recorded and will be posted on the county's YouTube channel. So anything you say will be recorded and published if it's not an executive session.
Will be used against you.
Is there a reason for executive session? Yes, there is. Okay, executive session.
I'll make a motion to go into executive session.
If you don't make the motion, then we can just do it.
Okay, then I rescind my motion.
Okay, back out of executive session. Purpose of going into executive session is to talk about personnel performance as it pertains to pay increases. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes from August 13th, 2018?
I will make a motion to approve the minutes as presented.
I'll second, but there are some revisions.
Okay.
I know that I inadvertently missed that meeting, and I'm listed as being there on page 1, and I'm listing as making a motion for adjournment on page 2. Because I meant to come to the meeting, and I missed it because of other things going on that day.
You're also mentioned as second, that's Jeff, I'm sorry.
Pardon me, Cindy?
Never mind.
Oh, okay. I thought you said I was mentioned somewhere else.
I thought you were, but it was Jeff.
Oh, okay. Because and as I look at the minutes, it's like, I know I wasn't here for the discussion.
Well, do we know who motioned?
It was probably Cindy because I have a shortcut that when I hit CM, it puts in Commissioner Cindy Morrison, or if I hit DM, it puts in Ken Munster.
Okay.
Commissioner Morrison, do you happen to remember if you made that motion?
It was probably me.
Yeah. Let's just...
Okay. Any other corrections? Motion's been made and seconded to approve the minutes with the friendly amendment of striking Treasurer Munstar's name. Any further discussion? All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Aye.
Is that in opposition? Commissioner Morrison, did you vote yea or nay?
Yay.
All right, motion carries unanimously. Human Services, promotion to MR Program Specialist 2. Rana, would you like to describe in a sentence what you're asking for again?
I would like to promote Tammy Shippey into the position. However, her current salary is only $300 below the minimum salary range for the position. So I am proposing a salary of $52,000, which is within the established wage range for the position.
Did I hear that motion?
Make a motion to promote Tammy Shippey to MR Program Specialist 2 for the rate of $52,000.
Friendly amendment, could that be the MR Program Specialist 2 salary be set at $52,000 even, rather than naming the party specifically?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion? All right. Hearing no other discussion, this motion before us is to raise the salary of the MR Program Specialist 2 to $52,000 even. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Nay.
Okay, motion carries 3-1. Commissioners Eggleston and Commissioners Eggleston and Cafferlin in favor, Treasurer Munster in favor, Commissioner Morrison against. Fiscal, rate change for fiscal HR director. HR is recommending that they increase the salary of the fiscal director position and then include within that job description the HR director functions as well as take over DHS fiscal. These are all positions that before 6 months ago were other positions, I suppose, filled with different people. We've consolidated it into the Warren County Fiscal Director's position without a pay increase. Obviously that is untenable, and the Fiscal Director should be compensated for the additional work as well as recognized for the fact that he single-handedly is saving upwards of $300,000 in wages and benefits for those unfilled positions. The recommendation is to go to $95,000, which is a $16,000 increase for the county match. Oh, and it was also discussed that the fiscal director would then have more direct oversight and control over all vendors, including IT. Any discussion or questions about that?
Does that, help me verify for me, does that include like oversight of HR for the courthouse and
All county
Department.
employees.
Okay, Department of Human Services?
That is correct.
And then fiscal for,
Yes.
okay, I just want to understand.
Yes.
All right.
And then they're not filling the fiscal position at DHS as well. Very good. Any other questions?
The retro going back to
And then
May
we discussed
Mhm.
paying back to May 1st, 2018, due to the fact that these functions have been served by the fiscal director since March. And we thought that that's not unreasonable for 30, 40 days. But after that should be compensated. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion to adjust the fiscal director's pay to, I have kind of an issue with the 95 thing. I feel like it should be more like 90. But for the sake, for the sake of discussion, I'll say increase it to 90,000 with the understanding that he'll be in control of the fiscal departments in both the courthouse and human services, that he'll be in charge of HR for courthouse and human services, and then he'll be considered a general county administrator dealing with departments such as IT and others to carry out the will of the commissioner's office. And I will add that a part of that increase will be a retroactive payment back to May 1st, 2018 at the rate of $90,000 to compensate him for the work that he's already done.
Do I hear a second?
Second.
Discussion.
I guess the one question I normally ask is the amounts that you're referring to that are being saved in the budget is $2018. And because obviously you probably didn't budget for this for him specifically for 18, but it would be recognized or compensated through the cuts that were made in this year, covered by those cuts in 18. Okay.
Right.
I think that it's very easy, and this is what I'm going to say when any other elected official comes down to complain about this, making an increase in the middle of the year. This is not only revenue neutral, we've saved money this year as a result of this decision. It's going to be a pretty dramatic savings, and even going into next year, we will technically be able to budget money to other places, or do other things with the funds because we're going to be saving money on this deal, which I think is a good one for Mr. Hearn and a good one for the county.
I guess I would add to that it's due to the retirement also, and it's an opportunity to do some restructuring. So,
Right.
Yeah, I think just for the record, in the general meeting, the fiscal director has retired. The HR director has been removed and restructured, or has changed and restructured, and that's on multiple levels within human services and the county. There's a fiscal tech position that is not being replaced in the fiscal department at DHS, and I'm trying to think what else. There were a couple other things. All of these things are being consolidated into the fiscal office essentially. So even with the increase, which amounts to roughly $15,000 or $16,000 in county match, we're going to be saving probably well over $100,000 like in county match.
Okay, anything else? The motion before us was rather lengthy.
Sorry.
Let me suffice to say, the motion was made to increase the fiscal director's salary to $90,000, even effective May 1st, 2018. All those in favor, please state aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And say nay.
Yay.
And that would be Commissioners Eccleston and Kaplan in favor, Treasurer Mundsgaard in favor, Commissioner Morrison opposed. Motion carries. Last thing, Director of Mental Health. Do you still want to do that?
Sure. In order to streamline, I guess, the salary range for the director positions at Human Services, I'm seeking approval of the same range for the current MR position for the mental health position. The range is $45,062 to $64,044.
And that was a state.
That is a state set range.
Okay. And you can assure us that you will not be going on the higher end of that.
Absolutely.
Very good. Do I hear a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the MH director position at the rate.
$45,062, $64,044.
Second that one.
Discussion?
I just would like to say that this is much needed as a part of the Human Services Summit and other discussions we've had. This has come up multiple times as a discussion piece to have something like somebody overseeing MH and holding vendors, accountable, and then also developing programs. And this is going to be a good thing.
Very good. Any more discussion? All those in favor of the motion, please state aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say nay.
Aye.
Motion carries unanimously. Is that correct, Commissioner Morrison?
Yep.
Very good. Do I hear a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
We're adjourned at 9:12. 12:09.